Well, for more details of how Brazil's economy is doing, I'm joined by our reporter, Paulo Cabral in Sao Paulo. Now, Paulo, I understand that there's political uncertainty ahead, which could weigh the economy down further.
Well, look, certainly there is much concern here among all people in Brazil, and certainly among the market, and this is what you see reflected in for example, the price of the US dollar going up, the depreciation of the real, the lowering of the confidence among business and among people. So there is much concern, and this, of course, could affect the economy. We see that many businesses are actually waiting to see what's going to happen in these elections before they take any other investment decisions.
Both China and Brazil attach great importance under the frame of One Belt, One Road to deepen the cooperation in this new era under the frame of the One Belt, One Road initiative. For example, one maritime connection, we could say there is right now a remarkable development.
Over the last years, China has been growing in importance as an investor in Brazil. What would you say are the areas of greatest interest for China here in Brazil when it comes to investment?
Indeed, as you said, over the last years, Chinese companies' investment in Brazil has been growing steadily. According to numbers from Brazil's Ministry of Planning and Budget, to this day, the stock of direct investment from China in Brazil has reached $55 billion. This is a new level of investment. Also, an agreement has been reached with Brazilian leaders that China will focus investment and cooperation in areas such as energy, infrastructure, agriculture, IT, and equipment manufacturing.
And specifically, I'd like to ask about the Bio-Oceanic Railway. Will that happen?
The Bio-Oceanic Railway corridor connecting the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans is a long-cherished hope from Brazil and other countries from South America. When I first arrived in Brazil, I met many friends who were already talking about this dream. Last time, in 2014, when 3 presidents reached an agreement to study the project, this fact was already quite relevant. From what I know, we are actually now very close to the beginning of the construction of the two-ocean railway.
We are living now in the world a moment of rising protectionism. We see the trade dispute between China and the United States. Now, do you see areas where Brazil and China could step up cooperation in order to fend off this trend?
That is right. We're going through a setback. It's counter-globalization tide, a counter-trade investment liberalization tide, and counter-multilateralism tide. Being developing countries, we have common demands and interests on globalization and multilateralism. We can say lately Brazil and China have intensified the political dialogue, and in bilateral and multilateral occasions, we have advocated for the multilateral trade system, defended liberalization rules and principles, and took a stand against hegemonism and protectionism.